well, that's good. That's better than the dead wife. Did you see what he bought?
Yeah, he got a large spade, some bin bags, a hammer and a pair of gloves.
Right, so he's either planning a murder or...
We're back where we started at the house. Again. He must be going to see Laura and then coming here to speak to Leanna every day by himself, and he'd rather lie about it than tell me.
Layla, you have to do something.
I know. I will. See ya.
Hello, darling. I visited your mother again today. Keep telling her sorry. Doesn't change anything. I just don't know how to shake it. This guilt. Just knowing that I let you both down so very badly that I'm here and you're not. Sorry will never be enough, will it? I mean, it doesn't even come close. What would I tell my patients? Keep busy, keep busy. Like it's possible to do anything most days. But then, you know, the beds need overturning, the overgrowth needs cutting back. I thought I'd even attempt building a birdhouse. You always wanted one of those, didn't you? Probably a recipe for disaster with my DIY skills, but might be fun trying. That's all I can do really these days, isn't it? Just try. Just one job at a time, one day at a time. But it helps to be here. Close to you.
Sorry about the whole girlfriend.
Fake for breakfast?
I'll just grab something later.
Please. Some toast. Have something proper.
I just haven't got time.
Thought you'd say that. Check your bag. Made you a packed lunch.
What? Why?
Because I don't want you starving and it's not fancy. It's just some cheese and pickle sandwiches, a bag of crisps, an apple and a chocky wheel.
I feel like I'm back at school. You don't have to do this.
Yeah, well, I wanted to.
All right, well, thank you.
Before you dash off, can I just have a word about counselling?
Oh, right, well, yep. Obviously think it's a good idea.
You do?
Yeah, I recommend it to my patients all the time, you know. It will definitely help you come to terms with the miscarriage, so you should book it.
I will, but I was thinking maybe counselling could help you too. I mean, you've said yourself that it's a good idea.
Doing what I'm doing is helping more than counselling could.
What are you doing?
Working at the hospital.
Right, well, can't you just do both?
I honestly don't need it.
That's what I thought, but I'm clearly not myself at the moment, so anything's worth a try, isn't it?
I'll consider it. Now can I go? Priya.
We both are.
But you'll be familiar with the expression, Doctor, heal thyself?
No, not really.
Okay. It means that my work is everything to me right now. It's reaching places that nothing else can. And if I can help this young man achieve his ambition, then that will help me even more. You want to be a medical student? Then read around the subject. Those books I gave you, and just watch everything you can.
Well, I think you were hoping for something a little bit more hands-on, though, weren't you? Why don't you take him to the hospital with you next week?
Well, you understand if he's busy, don't you?
I promise I'll stay out of the way.
Look, I would love to show you my world, Jacob, but unless you're a medical student, then you can't have access to real-life patients and their records. You know, it's data protection.
Right, so should we just leave it for now?
But you can still tell me stuff, right? I mean, you promised to help with my application.
Of course. Look, we can make a start on the way to the car. You can ask me anything you'd like about being a medic on the front line, right?
What bit of let me handle this my own way did you not understand?
I couldn't stop myself.
He is grieving. I want to help him. Priya, not tip him over the edge.
I get that.
asking me about Priya? I don't know what to do.
Look, why don't you get someone in to help? You know, like a temp. Someone who can take over with all that stuff so you can take some time off.
But do what? Just sit around. No, I need to keep busy, but I just can't focus. Do you know that people are saying it was a murder?
No, surely not.
Yeah, that whoever did it must have started the fire. And that Priya just, I don't know, somehow got caught up in it.
Have you been to visit her?
No, not yet. Jay said to stay away, but I need to see her. Maybe we could go this afternoon.
Oh, I'm going to be busy with patients. So.
Yeah, but if you're already at the hospital anyway, surely you can slip out for a few minutes.
They are very strict with infection control on the burns unit. You can't just wander in, and you're only allowed one visitor at a time. So, but you go. Give them my love.
Your card's been declined.
Oh, really? That's... Oh, I just ordered a new one. That must be the old one, so... Sorry, darling.
You okay?
Yeah, I should get back to work.
No. You need to take a break. Come to mine for a brew, eh?
Please, surely you can spare 5 minutes to talk to your wife.
You know I'd love to, but I've really got to get to the hospital, so...
It's almost like you don't want to talk to me.
Look, we're having a conversation now. It's...
No, I mean like a real one where we share our worries and our concerns.
I'm sorry, I've just got to get to work. Hey. Maybe we can pick this up later.
Yeah, right. Well, that's never going to happen.
Oh. Right, maybe I'll just leave you two to it.
Talk about bad timing. I'm so sorry. Well,
Hey, I'm the last person you expected to see.
You could say that, as this is my garden.
Oh, sorry. I was looking for someone.
Spare me the excuses. My neighbours told me someone keeps turning up.
Me? No, you've got it wrong.
You see an empty house for sale, think you can help yourself, is that it?
I'm sorry, I don't know what you think this is, but it isn't, so excuse me.
No. You're going nowhere, till I've had some answers.
Trust me. The mood I'm in, you don't want to do that.
I want this on record.
Why are you doing this? What's wrong with you?
You're the one who's trespassing, not me. This is my house.
Have you got any idea what I've been through lately? My stepdaughter died. My husband is acting so weird, and my friend has just been killed, so I am seriously not in the mood for this.
Oh, and you think I am? And what's this rubbish, anyway?
Why did you do that? Have you got any idea what that means? Do you know what? 2 people can play that game. Get out of my way, or so help me God, the gnome gets it. Call the police. Of course you did.
What's going on here?
This woman's trespassing on my property. She's deranged.
I'm deranged. He's practically holding me hostage.
I've got it all here on camera.
Oh, film this, you sado.
Right. I want to press charges. Criminal damage.
I'll show you criminal damage.
Madam.
Oh, no, you're not going to arrest me, are you? Hi, Leah. Hi, it's not what it seems. On my own. OK, so this isn't my best luck.
You're accusing this woman of smashing your property.
You saw her do it.
First-degree homicide. It's a fair cop officer.
And trespass and abusive behaviour.
I told you I was a woman on the edge and you pushed me right over it. Come on, back me up, Liam. You know why I'm here.
I'm not sure I do.
That gnome was a one-off, a collector's piece, a unique selling point. Have you got any idea how long this house has been on the market?
Oh, I will buy you a new one. Please don't arrest me.
She's been lurking in these bushes for weeks, upsetting the neighbours.
Well, maybe I have. There's a good reason for that.
I've heard enough excuses. I'm still pressing charges.
We'd best sort this out down the station.
And you can take your shoddy woodwork with you.
If you'd like to come with me.
Thanks for the special delivery.
Anytime. Stay, please.
You're okay with us?
I paid for the damages, so I got off with a caution. And then I cried, so they gave me a tissue, cup of tea, and a lift home in a squad car.
You took the blame for everything.
Well, it wasn't you, was it, that smashed that poor bloke's prize nose?
But you wouldn't have been there in the first place if it wasn't for me.
And you've been going there every day.
How long have you known?
Since you started. Well, since you said that you did. I went to the hospital, you see, to surprise you. And, well, they told me they'd never heard of you. So I followed you to the crematorium and then to the house.
You didn't confront me?
No, because it was just enough to know where you were. And then you'd come home after a day in that garden and you seemed calmer. God, like it had brought you just a little bit of peace. So I let it go.
I just can't imagine how betrayed you must feel.
I just lost our baby and, oh, you were absent. And I had a business to run. You know, so the only way I could carry on was pretend that everything was okay when it wasn't. I guess your pain came first. Then I lost Andrea, you know, and Priya is in the hospital. And everything just felt so horrible. I couldn't pretend anymore.
Nor should you have to.
You know, I've never needed you more. But you just kept living that lie. Tracy said I had to speak to you, so, well, one of us had to make the first move, didn't they?
So, that's why you were at the house today?
Yeah. To tell you that I'm done with the lies.
And you done with me?
Neither of us can carry on like this, can we?
No, nor should we. Please, if you can bear it, just let me explain.
Yeah, extra ribs, please, and jasmine rice. And prawn crackers.
She insisted on camping out there with me and her mother, no matter what the temperature was outside. So it was just all three of us, huddled together. And then we lost Lara, so it was just us two. And now Leanna's gone. No, they both are. When I stepped into our garden, it felt like they were still with me. I mean, even though I knew the house didn't belong to me, I just had to go back. Staying away was just unthinkable. So, work, surgery, patients, I just took my leave. And then I had to lie to you because how could I expect you to understand?
I tried.
And the more I lied, the more the lie became my truth. And then it was easier to pretend I was working at the hospital than to be honest with the woman that I love more than I can say. We lost our baby. And I failed you. But you've never wavered. No, you have never failed me. It's the living who matter, not the dead. I'm so sorry.
Oh, you don't have to be sorry. Look, I want you. I want us.
Tell me how to begin.
I'll show you. Just give me a few minutes, stay here, and I'll be back. I just want him out of me!
One more
Okay, because I can feel my hay fever coming on.
this time of year.
Might be hay fever, might be boredom.
How do you feel about artichokes?
Oh, yes, please. peas, not fartichokes, though. The other ones with the spiky bits that you can rip off and stick in mayonnaise.
Impressive.
Who doesn't love a bit of Carol Klein on a Friday night? I am into gardening, you know, just when it's on the telly.
I thought over there maybe a sea of gnomes.
I knew you would go and say the G word, you cheeky thing. Right, you, crack on. I'll be back later with a flask.
Hey, do you fancy potatoes?
Oh, yes, please. Dig for victory, honey.
Wendy, can you...
Cheesy peas.
Cheesy pea.
Obviously.
Cheesy pea.
Cheesy peas, why not?
Hey, Incapability Brown.
Peas! Marlon's ordered peas for the pub. I'm going to plant them right now.
Can't beat a fresh pea. When are you getting a shed?
No sheds. I'll never get him out of it.
Listen, you get one if you want one, Liam.
Layla knows best, don't you, dear?
I try.
Hey, let me show you when the orchard is going to be. Or am I walking before I can crawl?
No. An orchard is a great idea. Connaughton's got one, and anything they can do, we can crush.
Huh.
Hey, anyone fancy a milky coffee and a rich tea biscuit?
Not half.
Woohoo!
So does Connaughton have a community market garden?
No, but we have.
Really? Where?
Here. Go on, you're going to start your doily, so come on, get digging, Doc.
Right, flipping well will.
Gabby doesn't know I'm here. Far too happy in her milky nest.
Headphones, pods, buds, whatever. Not everyone's interested in listening to what you're watching.
You should be. Like, it's awful. Like, this woman from Chester going on about never wearing the same outfit twice.
Ah, you know, it's that kind of attitude which is killing the planet.
Oh, someone called Ripley literally just said that. So I'm going to say that I agree with their comment 100%, and I'll put some angry faces on that for you and all.
Good. Now, I've worn most of my clothes hundreds of times. You take care of them, they'll last. I suppose that makes me a fuddy-duddy.
No, it just makes you a million times more cool than this Cindy idiot. So, what's all this then?
Sustainability. I'm reducing food miles.
You should tell people that.
Oh, I have. Marlon's ordered some peas. But yeah, I should probably try and spread the word a bit further than the local pub.
Well, you could create an account, post about it.
Leanna loved all that. Always posing and pouting. In fact, she taught me a routine during lockdown for hours. It was terribly awkward and jerky, but I suppose that was the point.
You know a dance routine?
Dance is a very loose description.
Oh, I bet you miss her a lot.
Yeah. Getting out here, you know, helps take my mind off it.
Can you remember it? The routine?
Possibly. Why?
I've got an idea.
Oh. Hello, you. How's Priya?
The same, sadly. How's your day?
Well, you know, bit of digging, spot of dancing, minor wave of internet stardom.
What?
Meet Dr. Dig. Social media account for the allotment.
Building a community allotment and a safe space to talk all things mental health online. It's brilliant.
I've got 12 likes. Idea's just to get people back out into nature and get them talking, you know. I appreciate I haven't been the best at that.
Apparently you've got the hips of Ricky Martin, so I'm not complaining.
It's all Leanna's original choreography, and then Amelia did all the whizzy stuff. Is it silly?
It's bananas, but I love it. Love you.
How was your soup?
Bland.
Oh, good. Well, Nicola needs to know that carrot and parsnip do not go together.
You want to know why it's really bland? It's those vegetables. They probably travelled halfway across the country. Now, if you're looking for something tasty and fresh, I'm currently taking orders on my peas.
Don't worry about it, babe.
Oh, what's wrong with people? Why is no one interested in what we're doing to the earth? I mean, the carbon footprint alone is...
What were you just saying about people not being interested? 80,000 likes, you know what that means? You've gone viral.
I've got followers.
You know what followers need, don't you? Inspiring. You better get your thinking cap on, Dr. Dig.
No, Dad, you can't tell me something like that and then expect me to stay away. I need to be there. OK, yeah, I'll see you at the hospital.
So how about Priya?
Yeah, she needs a second skin graft. They're doing it now.
You know, if it puts your mind at rest, then a second graft is relatively common with this kind of burn.
It's not my mind that I'm worried about.
Well, lucky for you, we've no need to go.
What I wrote in the comments section, it's not too long.
Nope. Says everything. I didn't know you could write like that.
Well, I can't, usually.
Your followers are going to love it. So, what's the plan?
Well, I was thinking we could take a shot of the ground week by week. You know, kind of like a pictorial diary, you know, season by season.
Yeah, I love it. I did that once. Year's worth of selfies.
And I've drawn up a timetable, so it's imperative we get the fruit trees planted by the end of the week.
Well, it's good to have a target in it.
You know, there's a real peace working with the ground. Just resets the mind.
Yeah, I can tell.
And it's no magic pill, obviously, but thank you. I think I really needed this.
Oh, no, Liam! Filthy fly tippers!
Fly tippers were?
Well, they'll have gone now, won't they? Now they've dumped all that rubbish.
Ah, no. I spent all morning collecting those. Cheers.
Why? Where from?
It's bin day in Connelton.
Wait, so you got up at the crack of dawn to go bin diving?
It's not diving, it's just very careful looking and retrieving.
You've been nicking people's rubbish.
It's not nicking, people threw them out.
And then you stole it. Why?
It's the courier. They saw my account, now they're sending somebody over to do a profile.
On what?
Exactly. All I've got to show is a few holes dug for some fruit trees and a compost heap that reeks to high heaven.
And how is that pile of rubbish going to help you?
Well, it's going to be the new greenhouse. Going to make it out of plastic bottles, going to recycle them.
Oh, right, OK. Yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah, if we can get it done in time. But this pile is piddling. It's not even enough for one wall. I haven't even made the frame yet.
Well, when is the journalist coming?
Tomorrow. So I hope you're ready to get stuck in.
Sorry, I can't.
Wait, is it the nails? Just wear some gloves, please. Layla, I really need your help.
I've got to go and see Priya, and I am drowning in events at work now. I'm on my own. I mean, I'm down 2 women. I wish Andrew was still here.
Yeah. Yeah, we all do. Look, I'm sorry. It was thoughtless of me even to ask. I'll find somebody else to help. You go see Priya, send her my love, and tell her. Vegetables are on the house when she gets back. Go on.
Okay.
House is going to go when I've got everything set up.
Did you have to make it? I mean, couldn't you have just bought one?
Well, that's hardly going to impress the reporter, is it? And besides, it's not what Leanna would have wanted. I can still hear her now lecturing me about recycling and saving the planet.
Yeah, I remember. Right. Better get back to the church for Andrew's memorial.
Listen, do you mind if I don't go? It's just... all I've been able to think about in recent weeks is Leanna, and I just don't feel like I'm ready to start grieving for somebody else.
I understand.
Thanks. Go on, you go. I've got to get this ready before this reporter arrives.
Sure you're going to be all right on your own?
Of course I will. You're going to Andrew's memorial, and I'm planning a living one for Leanna.
Need any help?
Oh, all I can get. Oh. Way behind schedule.
This is going to be an allotment, not a rubbish dump.
Oh, but Liam's going to turn these bottles into a greenhouse.
I had another batch yesterday, but it was nowhere near enough.
It's OK. Dad's promised to collect plenty more in the shop.
I just wish I had it all done before this reporter got here. I mean, what am I supposed to say? Is it just a work in progress, or...?
I thought you'd be at the memorial, Jacob.
Decided I could be more useful here.
Yeah. Well, we all need to do our bit to save the planet.
Right. Leanna used to say our generation needs to fix the mess that your generation dropped us in.
And she was right.
She'd be really proud to see how you're doing that here.
I just wish I had more done by now. I mean, maybe I should just cancel that journalist. Hello there, yes, it's Liam Cavanagh here. I was supposed to meet one of your journalists today to talk about a sustainable food programme, but, look, I'm really sorry, I'm afraid I'm going to have to... Can I call you back?
We got more balls.
Where from?
The recycling skip. I climbed in.
We borrowed a few from the shop. Don't tell my dad, though.
I don't know what to say.
You said it's all about us working together.
Making a difference.
Having something to help us feel better about Liana.
And we all want to be a part of this.
But the journalist is arriving in literally an hour and a half. I mean, there's no time.
With enough people together, the sky's the limit.
You're right. Jacob, Amelia, Kathy, Greenhouse, Arthur, Heath, Compost Corner. Let's do this.
Let's do it.
Kim, let's go back inside.
Corner coming along?
All done?
Oh, the composter I ordered is going to look great in there.
Why are you always getting in there?
Shift. Trying to work.
Is there any way I can recycle these?
I can refer you to this.
Who is he?
It's an old colleague of mine at Holby City Hospital. He's running this campaign to ensure that people get the right stuff in the right bins. If in doubt, keep it out. How are we doing over there?
That is the last one. You hang it.
It would be my pleasure. Well, kids, with 3 minutes and 37 seconds to go, I think we're done.
It looks amazing.
No, you guys are amazing. Every single one of you. You know, there were times today and over the course of the last week when I did think about giving up, but you've showed me that there is light in the darkest of days. And for that, I thank you. So, without further ado, I declare the Liana Cavanagh Good Mood Food Allotment open.
Woo!
Fancy getting interviewed by the Hot and Courier?
Bring it on.
Oh.
I was just going to head to the allotment to look for you.
Oh, yeah, I was just taking a moment.
Oh, sorry. I'll leave you to it then. I was just going to see if I could catch a couple of old bean poles. We're having a bonfire party tonight, and I just need something to attach the Catherine wheels to.
Oh, I'm sure I can find you something.
Oh, OK, cool. Well, I'm happy to trade. I know you're collecting these for the greenhouse.
Oh, we finished it now, but thank you.
Oh, no worries. I'll just take them to the recycling. There's only a few in there anyway. We've pretty much managed to wean ourselves off. I mean, thank goodness that wine comes in glass bottles, because we might have struggled otherwise.
Look, a little article on the allotment. When I say little, I mean I wasn't expecting a full front-page spread, but...
Can you dig it?
Yes, you can.
Nice.
Yeah, it certainly helped me, so I thought, spread the word, why not?
Yeah, and it's a cracking photo as well.
I think they got my good side.
Oh, hey, that's the young lady I need to speak to. Just excuse me for a sec.
Sure.
Hey, Amelia.
Kane, not you?
No?
Oh.
Well, shall I take them back?
No, it's just, I just had a little joke for him, which I thought you might appreciate.
Ah, right, well, he'll be around.
What, here?
Not in the village, just tell him later.
Oh, it's kind of only pertinent to this exact situation right now.
Right. Well, do you want to tell it to me, then?
That's enough of your crap.
I'm only trying to help, Liam.
No, that was it's because of the manure, you see. So I was going to say that to Kane, and then he would have gone, "Rrr," and then I would have explained really quickly that it was a joke before he hit me.
Right. Well, that's a good one.
Thank you.
Topical.
Yes.
So will I just leave you to...
Sure.
Uh-huh. Oh, he would have liked it. Keen.
Time and tide, eh?
Maura found some old planters hanging around the yard.
Right.
You know, for flowers and stuff. Fill them with soil and compost, then bung in some manure. Job done.
Oh. I read that sweet peas are good for sowing at this time of year.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Might take a bit of effort. Looks like more of a two-man job, but if you've got to shoot off, then...
I suppose I can hang about for a bit.
Great. Fancy a beer? Well, we made great strides today. Thanks for stopping by. I'm sure you've got better places to be. I mean, I know I have. Well, I should have. Just feel it really helps to get my head together, being here. Do you know what I mean? I'm sure if Leanna was here, she'd tell me to pull my socks up and stop feeling sorry for myself. It's one of the things I miss most about her, you know, the way she used to boss me about. Dad, do this. Dad, don't do that. Leanna's not here anymore, and never will be. So, need to get used to the idea, but still not sure how. I am going to fill that planter with begonias. She used to love a begonia. Or was it delphiniums? It was one or the other. No, delphiniums. It was definitely. Sorry, you need to get off. Hey, same time tomorrow. One final push, we'll have that corner plot sorted. Yeah. Great. Nice. And, thanks again, Cavanagh. I do enjoy our little chats. Hello, Kane. It's Liam. Yeah, I'm here, just in case you're wondering. So, at the allotment. Yeah, as discussed. So, ready when you are. Also, can I trouble you for some beers? It's just the shop was shut, so I'll just have to owe you around in the pub. If you fancy a pint one night with me. Anyway, yep. See you when I see you.
So let me get this straight. He's...
All I'm saying is, I've got nothing.
Liam, got your messages, but I had stuff and now I've got to see Chaz, so...
I chewed your ear off yesterday, didn't I? My apologies, I'm aware I'm deathly dull at the minute, as if you want to hear about begonias.
Well, I don't mind giving you a hand.
I release you from pretending to be my friend out of pity. It's... So, thanks for the manure.
I went to the allotment and you weren't there.
Well, I do have other things going on in my life, you know?
Right. Yeah, I found this lying on top of some manure. That seems pretty decent.
Well, I don't want it.
Was it not yours?
Of course it's not mine. That's beside the point. I thought I made it clear that you and I...
You were releasing me from our friendship, yeah. That's what you said, right?
Something like that.
Well, the allotment, it's for the community, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Well, I'm all about community. So there's more manure up at Butler's, you know, if you're interested.
Maybe.
That's your call. But, you know, if you're busy with other things. Is it okay if I take this with me?
Whatever.
Yeah. I'm gonna need a hand shoveling this in the truck.
Look, if you're doing this out of some misguided sense of guilt or pity...
It's calm up, Liam. I won't read too much into it if I were you. Eh? Me and Carl did it the other day. Thought it might look good on the allotment.
Right. Just to be clear, I've got plenty of friends as it goes, so, you know, please don't think I'm desperate for a mate or something, because I'm not.
All right.
Got absolutely loads of pals.
You done? To be honest, I much prefer him.
Because of the jacket?
100% because of the jacket.
I mean, it's a nice jacket. Pretty expensive, I imagine.
Beer?
I suppose it could.
Nice catch.
Well, just took me by surprise, that's all.
Making him look good.
Just pretend everything's fine between us.
It's a beer, isn't it? I'm not asking you to move in with me, am I? Cheers. Listen, about yesterday.
Yeah, look, what I said about releasing you from our friendship or whatever it was, you know, I may have overreacted.
You gonna let me finish or what?
Sure, go ahead.
I should have told you that I wasn't going to turn up.
Apology accepted.
We haven't apologised yet.
Well, it was implied. That'll do for me. You finished your beer already?
Going for a whiz.
Oh, right. Yeah, I could do with one myself, actually.
Right. I'm going over here, you can go over there.
Okay, that works.
Before I forget, I found this in the jacket pocket.
What's that?
Bank card, your name on it.
Strange.
Just don't wear it when you're with me, yeah? Oh, and Liam, I got these for up at the allotment.
What's that?
Delphiniums. That's all right, isn't it?
Delphiniums? Yeah. Well, they were Leanna's favourites.
I know. You told me.
How does Christmas Day end? With the letter Y. Oh, come on! 'Tis a season to be jolly.
I jolly skint. I'm working every shift I can just to afford it.
Some things are worth every penny, though. And please tell him to make our surgery drinks this afternoon.
I am actually here.
Yes, but not listening when I tell you to come. If you don't, it's just me, Wendy, and my much duller, much older sister.
Why does everyone have to be so damn cheerful?
Oh, I always knew this time of year was going to be hard. And I know we haven't decided yet, but I do think we should put up the decorations.
Well, little twinkly lights. Aren't we happy? Having such a jolly, twinkly time. Sorry, you're right. I just don't know how to be.
And I think you should go to the Christmas party.
Oh, do you know, it's so nice to see you out.
Yes. Bartender,
More shots.
Oh, Mina. I made it.
And? She just radiates joy. And that's the sympathy I get. The love of my life has just left me.
Billy?
Dawn may as well put up a red light and a revolving door. She's got that many men going in there. Enjoying this?
Someone losing someone they love, no? Do you want to talk?
No.
Good.
Hey.
Hey, let me see you.
Taxi!
Oh, do you know I should not have had one for the road? And those cocktails that you got us.
Yeah, completely lethal. I can't feel my legs.
Ah.
Right. Home safe.
Oh.
Liam? Sorry if the party is a bit dull. I just wanted to make you smile.
Wasn't dull. And you're amazing to think of that. I mean, you are amazing. Full stop.
So nice of you to say.
No. I think I'm a bit drunk.
Let's get you home.
Where have you been all day?
Think of all the fellas that I haven't kissed. Next year I could be just as good if you check off my Christmas list.
Santa baby, I want a yacht.
Lola?
Really, that's not a lot.
Oh, Liam. Been an awful good girl.
Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight.
You're awake then?
Sorry. How did I get here?
Take a wild guess.
Lola. I need to call her. God. My phone's dead. Can I borrow yours?
So, first you take over my bed, and now you want my phone.
Look, Mina, I can only apologise. I don't know how I ended up here or what kind of state I was in.
Oh, so that's how you're playing this. You forgot, huh? As in forgot putting the moves on me.
What?
So, you don't recall telling me I was amazing? Then asking me to slow dance, amongst other things.
No. This is... Tell me nothing happened. Please, Mina, tell me.
Even if I'd wanted it to, which, incidentally, would never happen, you weren't exactly capable, shall we say. Even if you were pretty persistent.
Persistent?
Let's just say I'm glad you passed out before you made even more of a fool of yourself.
You don't understand.
Alcohol changes people. You only need to look at Liv to know that. At least you didn't murder anyone.
That's not what I was thinking of.
Look, it was just a drunken pass. It's not as if Layla needs to find out. Don't worry, I've got your back.
Oh, hello. I mean, where the hell have you been?
Darling, please.
Relax. It's not how it looks.
What do you mean, it's not how it looks?
Liam passed out on the sofa downstairs, didn't you?
Apparently so.
In the middle of Gangnam Style, if I remember right.
What am I like?
And you didn't think to call me, because I've been ringing his phone all morning.
Sorry, my bad.
This really isn't her fault.
I could have been up all night. Worried sick, wondering where the hell you were.
But you weren't?
No, I managed to get an early night, actually.
Well then, no harm done.
Right, well, thanks for the duvet.
Anytime. Maybe you can repay the favour sometime.
What the hell does she mean by that?
This is a turn of phrase, I think.
Right, come on then, in you go.
Hey, everything all right? I've got a mother with a bride due in 10 minutes. Your text freaked me out.
Just sit down a minute, will you?
And what are you doing here?
You tell me. Liam asked me to come round.
You know what you said earlier about Christmas, about doing what I wanted?
Yeah.
Well, I thought maybe Jacob might like to join us.
Are you sure? I mean, Layla told me you might not want to celebrate.
Leanna wouldn't want you in that house, all alone, rattling around.
We'll raise a drink to her.
Yeah, I'd like that.
Me too.
And then after Christmas, if you'd like to stay on, just while David and Victoria are away, then you're more than welcome.
Thank you. It means a lot.
You're amazing, you know that?
So, Christmas at the big house, what you...
You know, I might be a little bit wobbly today. The last time we were in there, we said goodbye to Leanna, didn't we?
I know. I think that's why Jacob didn't want to come. Look, if the carol service is going to be too much, we can just go back inside, put our pyjamas on and watch a bit of telly with him.
No. I need to do this.
Let's go and light a candle for Leanna, eh?
I've never seen you this nervous before.
Well, it's ridiculous. I've done hundreds of sermons here, but this isn't going to be any old sermon.
Ah, you're not thinking of bringing in a live donkey, are you? The last time I saw that happen, you must have ate something that didn't agree with it. Those poor children.
No, it's not that. But let's revisit that story.
Mom, we watch it every year then.
Because you make us.
Yeah, of course, because it's a Christmas tradition.
No, E.T. gets dressed up for Halloween. It's a Halloween film.
Do you know, I cannot even cope with how wrong you are right now. Liam? Liam?
Sorry, just having a moment. You know, at the carol service, when Brenda was screeching out 12 Days of Christmas, all I could think about was how much Leanna would have hated it.
She'd have stink face the whole way through.
Right. Let's raise a mug of hot chocolate to Leanna, yeah? Will you do the honours?
To our beautiful Leanna, gone, but in our hearts and minds forever. I miss you, and I love you more than words can ever say.
To Leanna.
To Leanna. Sorry about Luke.